Welcome all you spooky spookers out there. It's another horror night. It's Thursday, and you know what that means. Get ready to get scared. Or at least enjoy yourself. I don't find any of this stuff scary, I'll be honest. Um, I've been seeing some great things coming out, Vic. Amazing things. Well, the Five Nights at Freddy's 2, is coming out on December 5th. They're actually going to have a pre-showing of it December 4th. It's a sequel to, in my opinion, one of the best video game adaptations that ever happened. But anyways, neither here nor there. If you're a collector of sorts, the popcorn bucket game is on fire because the popcorn buckets that these things that come with are so elaborate. One of them is like a removable face and mask. One is a whole stage. It's insanity. But the movie obviously is going to star, the star power. You're going to get Matthew Lillard in there again. And this time you're getting Skeet Ulrich, which, as you know, he was in the first Scream alongside, being the killer. So, I mean, the nostalgia for that is going to be really cool to see.
Yeah. I was building the fucking Facebook, World of Sin page, and I tweaking some YouTube, thinking you weren't there, and for some reason I didn't know my sound was muted. So, because I didn't know you started recording.
Was I muted or you were muted?
I just for some reason I was muted because I was like trying to listen to something. There was background noise. So I just hit mute on my computer, so I didn't hear you come back.
Oh, you didn't hear me come back and start the intro? I went live. I said, look, we're talking about Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I saw you. It's like, wow, he's really not interested in that one.
No, it's just... So how you doing?
Doing good. It's another Thursday night here at Horror Nights. We were talking about coming up December 4th, it will be the pre-show, but December 5th will be open everywhere. It'll be Five Nights at Freddy's 2. The popcorn boxes have been, leaked. And they're just crazy popcorn boxes. Some of them, one's like the whole stage and the popcorn goes behind. The other's the mask. But there's a bunch of movies coming out. I mean, this is my second favorite time of year. First favorite time, obviously, is Halloween. Second time is Christmas for horror because horror has a lot of Christmas movies now. Even Terrifier 3 is considered now a Christmas movie.
God bless America.
Well, it is. But you got some things coming out any which way. I mean, this month, Del Toro's Frankenstein will be hitting Netflix if people are interested in those creature features. I've never personally been a creature feature fan. I've tried to watch Frankenstein. I've tried to watch The Thing. I've tried to, watch the Creature from the Lagoon, all of those. I just can't get into it. It doesn't do anything. Too sci-fi. But each your own.
It's entertaining.
Some of it is. I find the older stuff to be entertaining.
That you would see someone go reach in someone's rib cage, pull a rib out, turn it sideways, and would just shove it up someone's ass, fucking torture them with it, with their own rib. That's the type of movie you like. If it doesn't have that, it could be the greatest, spectacular creature feature. You would not care because
that's not true. There is some creature features that I've watched that I find entertaining. Mostly the older ones where they have things like I was watching one with this giant condor, huge ass bird. And the effects on it are obviously shitty because it's 19 whatever, 20s or 30s or 40s. I think it was in black and white. But it was, like you said, entertaining. Do I consider it a horror film? No, I consider it a creature feature. I think earlier in years ago, 50s, 60s, 70s, these creature features were considered horror because these things scared people. The monsters, the effects, they were scary at the time. Even things like George Wells, what he did with, War of the Worlds scared the shit out of people. People thought we were being invaded by aliens. But, I feel like as time got on, those movies went into another genre. Same thing with Jaws. I don't consider Jaws a horror movie, but when I was growing up, I did.
Yeah.
80s and 90s, I considered Jaws to be a horror movie. Today, I do not. I consider it to be a creature feature because Jaws is a creature. He's an animal. And that's the same for any of those other movies, though. Even Cocaine Bear is a creature feature.
Cocaine Bears is fucking. It's like Sharknado.
I thought it was better than Sharknado. Sharknado isn't really realistic. Cocaine Bear was actually based on a true story. Well, obviously, most of it fabricated. Some of it did happen. We also have The Carpenter's Son coming out in this month. That's a nice supernatural horror inspired by the apocryphal gospel involving faith and demonic forces. Everything the sinners are, you know. And then next year you're gonna have a bunch of stuff. I mean, bunches of stuff. Speaking of creature features, there's another Mummy coming out. They're rebooting that franchise. Blumhouse is taking lead of the productions.
Why can't we just let things die?
Well, it depends what Mummy they're going after. If they're going after the Mummy that was the action version, well then yeah, they should probably let that go because you're not going to beat that cast out. If they're going after the original Mummy, like there was back in the 20s and 30s, and those original creature features, then yes, go for it. See what you can do in today's world. It's been redone. How many times has Dracula been redone? And every Dracula has its own, essence of something good. I really like what they did with that 90s version of Bram Stoker's. And then Dracula 2000 had its own vibe. They all have their own vibe. I mean, do you like even the earlier ones, like Nosferatu, Bela Lugosi was great. And then what Hammer did with Dracula and all their films, that version of Dracula was really good too. So, I mean, some things I don't mind being remade or redone or rebalanced. We also got Deep Water, another disaster movie, plane crashes and then shark-infested water, survival versus nature. Sounds like a video game. We're getting Stream 7 next year, which we've already been teased with the return of Matthew Lillard for that film. I don't know how he's going to come into play. Speculation it'll be like a flashback or a scene from before. But who knows? Who knows what can happen? 28 years later, another video of it, the Bone Temple. And I saw this preview the other night when I went to go see Halloween. And I have to say I was intrigued. I wasn't a big fan of the 28 days, 28 years, like all that stuff. I wasn't a big fan of it. Zombie, you got to be a really good zombie film to intrigue me. I'm a sucker for like Return of the Living Dead stuff. So you have to really like come at me. Some of those Indonesian ones, I think was the one you showed me, that was good. But a lot of them are just campy. But this one, the Bone Temple, it looked really good. And then I don't know if you grew up watching them, but scary movies, they were always just part of the, I think, late 90s, early 2000s was the parody. We had a parody of a lot of things. We had people like Weird Al Yankovic parodying, mainstream songs. And we had, scary movie parodying horror movies.
Did you watch UHF?
I do.
The Weird Al Yankovic movie back in the 80s. UHF?
Oh, yeah.
You seen that? You seen that before?
I have back in the day, and like I said, I mean, he was a brilliant mind. But I mean, if you've ever listened to his music, I know I had it as a kid just because it was just something that everybody listened to. People enjoyed this parody. And the same thing with the scary movies. I thought they did a great job making fun of popular franchise. They took a big hiatus, and now they're coming back. I heard they're going to be taking Art the Clown on and all these people. So it's going to be really cool to see what they do. If the Wayans are involved with it, it will be, even better. They're a great cast. I thought even when I watched him, what Marlon did in that was fantastic. there was some plot holes in that movie. It wasn't a great movie, but it had a good premise. You know what it takes to be a star in this world, a top athlete, the sacrifice, the pageantry, and talking about that new world and what people can shape with it and what you have to do though, and it could be sacrificing somebody or some demonic force. We touched a little bit about it on some other episodes. We always talk a little bit about the Illuminati, but if there was such a thing, it shows that side of it for sports. What would it take and who runs? And you see these, 4 or 5 owners of, they're older gentlemen, but they own this football team and they have this great kid who's just the best. And they now have to find his replacement. They found him and come to find out it's been, decades of blood transfusions from this original guy that was just a god almost in football. So it shows a lot. Like I said, it had some holes, but it's a really good film on, like I said, that whole, what does the rich do, the real powerful do? What can they get away with?
Anything that you want.
It seems that way. It does.
It does.
I heard Terrifier 4 is coming out next year, I believe. They're saying that script is supposed to be batshit crazy. It's supposed to be topping what they did in 2 and 3 and just going way overboard. And that's coming from the actor. And then Stream 2 is coming out as well, which I'm really interested to see how they're going to top the first one. That one has so many cameos. They filmed it literally at a convention, getting, everybody that was at that con to play a little minor role. And that's very smart. Because you can just, reach up people in their rooms and, hey, you want to make an extra $50? You want to make an extra $100? You want to make an extra $50? Hey, you want to be a cameo in my film? And he did that, and he got so many actors, so many of them. And I want to see how they're going to bring 2 into this. The premise of it is basically, this guy overtakes a hotel. They have these games. 4 killers. Everybody in the hotel is up for grabs. You get points for your kills and the creativity of them. Last person to survive wins. But there was a catch. This was being broadcasted in like bars and Hooters and stuff. So you could bet on it, and people were betting on it and showed that at the end. So it was kind of like a weird little thing. But it'll be interesting how they do part 2 with that.
I got a question for the great Versace Stoner when it comes to horror. I think we talked about it off the air, but you never brought this up on the air. The rumors that the reboot of Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger being played by Jim Carrey. What are your thoughts?
I mean, if those rumors are true, I don't really see the issue on it. I think a lot of people have seen Jim Carrey. He's played, obviously, comedic roles. If you grew up like in our era, we saw Ace Ventura, The Mask, Liar Liar. Classic. But he did do other films where he played a more serious role. He has a wide range. The last Nightmare on Elm Street reboot, in my opinion, while it followed the story, and it did, because in the original Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy was supposed to be a child molester and not just a killer. But because Freddy got so big and so popular that he, transcended into pop culture, that they had to kind of kill that off. Because, what parent is going to, once the merchandise starts coming, what parent is going to allow their kid to be a child molester for Halloween? Nobody. But these gloves, hats, masks they were selling, and so they had to scale it back. And Freddy Krueger became more comedic. His kills became funny. His punchlines became something. He became a character. Robert Englund did an amazing job. You can never top that. The new one came out the guy was very dark, sinister, evil, but it was almost too dark and evil. You couldn't love him like you loved the Freddy before, but you couldn't love the characters either. You know, you didn't have the Heather Camps and all these other people to fall in love with. So it was like, I don't care what happens with this. I think Jim will bring that character back to life where people will give a fuck about Freddy.
But do you think that Freddy just Freddy after a while, like Nightmare on Elm Street 3, do you think he got too cocky, too comical, or you think just the victims and the kids were just it's just to a point he's just like, this is a joke. Yoink. This is a joke. Yoink.
Well, I mean, isn't that the trend of all horror films? I mean, even in Terrifier 3, I mean, we're shoving a chainsaw up a guy's ass.
Don't remind me.
It's in a comedic way, though. I mean, you got the guy go, you know, everything Art does, he does with a smile, especially in that third film. You know, he's sitting there, got some girl, he's sitting there laughing it off. Same thing with Freddy. Yes, the first one, he was real scary. He was real dark, and he didn't say a lot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, he starts getting, yes, cocky, but more, I don't know, just like I said, he became more pulp culture icon.
No, you're right.
He started with the one-liners.
You're right, because the second one was like fucking scary.
Second one was scary.
And the third one was just like then it's turned more comedy.
Yes, because by the third one, Freddy became very household and popular, and they knew there was a market for this, but they had to keep people interested in it. They can't make somebody be too scary.
That's what
they have to lighten it up.
Oh, geez, not the reboot, the last one, but the one before that, where they killed Freddy off, and they had like it made it look like that was a movie, but it's like it was reality as well.
I really liked that one too.
That was good because there was no like comedy, type thing. It was just the darkness.
Yeah, you had still the original cast come in. You actually had the kid from Pet Cemetery in there, which I met him earlier this year. We kind of talked about the role. I met Heather too. I met both of them, but and then you had the father that played the cop. And you had, all these people, and they interacted, and you broke down the meta wall all of a sudden. Well, wait a minute. Okay, we understand we're watching a movie, been watching a movie for 7 years or whatever. Freddy's been a movie. These are real actors. Robert Englund's a real guy. Here he is. But now we got a demon Freddy, and it shows this real darkness. I think they compared it to a genie in a bottle or an ancient djinn. New Nightmare. And so I think that was one of my favorite films. Robert Englund. You can watch it later.
It's already out?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like it's new, like it's coming out like soon.
No,
it's already out. Okay.
Yeah, so, but I remember my friend brought me to the Cape, and I stayed the weekend at his house, and we rented that movie from the store because it just hit the stores. And I remember I didn't sleep a wink that night after watching it.
I do have how should I put this? I saw this really bad fucking horror movie today. It was like fucking bad. I'm sorry. I don't usually talk shit about horror movies, but did you see the Foo Fighters horror movie, Studio 666?
No, I don't usually watch movies like that. I try to stay away.
First of all, it was on some network called like Shout TV. So that tells you one thing right there.
Well, no, Shout TV is fine. They're the number one distributor of or one of the number one distributors of horror films. I have a lot of Shout Factories, physical media. They have a nice array, but they also have a lot of B films.
But it was just...
It couldn't be any worse than the film I watched today, which was Ouija Home or something.
Mm-hmm.
I got 14 minutes into it, and I had to get out. It was about a girl that was autistic, and she doesn't leave the house. Something happened with her parents, and then she doesn't leave the house. I think her uncle's taking care of her. But no, I've been around a lot of people that are disabled. I've been around a lot of people. I know a lot of people are disabled. and I've never seen anybody talk like this or that at her age. It was almost annoying. Like it wasn't natural. You could tell it was forced. You could tell the acting was just it was just really bad. I had to change it because I was getting annoyed. You know, if you're gonna have special needs, I suggest try to make it accurate. Do a little research. Don't try to force it because when you force it, it looks like it's almost mocking or fake. I mean, they made the girl look like an idiot, and you could tell it was almost like forced. It's like you could tell the girl was fine. She was just talking the way she was talking. She was acting it rather than it was her. Very bad at character acting. But you know, no, not every horror movie is a success or a shine or enjoyable to watch. Every movie, I will say, has a little bit of value that you can find in it, but doesn't mean that it's a good film. And this could be for many reasons. Films can be bad because of the acting. They could be bad because of the plot. They could be bad because the plot isn't executed properly. They could be bad because, you know, it's just the wrong time the movie came out. You know, you made a scary movie about a pandemic and you put it out in 2020, you might have not have done so well. You know, like the guy that we talked to, he had a whole campaign to do with his video cassette tapes, and then the anthrax scare came out. Completely shut him down from doing what he wanted to do.
Right? Maybe, when the network starts growing and we start having more shows, we can have the option of saying, like, having like a Monday night horror movie night. It's like Versace Stoner presents, and Victor Sin would give his 5-star review on the movie itself.
Why not? I could be the next Joe Bob Briggs.
I mean, fuck it, just.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of movies, and there's a lot of different movies. It's not always exploitation that I enjoy. I actually am a big fan, believe it or not, of found footage.
Mhm.
I think that there's a lot of it. Not all of it's good, but there's a bunch. And I try to I go on these networks like Tubi and other ones, and now found footage has their own networks, and I'll watch a lot. And I belong to a few groups, so I'll just take suggestions. I watched one, The Man with the Black Umbrella, and there was one about something else and this and Fugazi tapes, and some of them are serial killers, some of them are disturbances. One of them was like butterfly kisses about this guy. Every time he closed his eyes, he got closer to you. Totally, just every time, everything's different, but it's all found footage. Something you would just find and not know what the hell to do with it. Blair Witch, Cannibal Holocaust. Well, Cannibal Holocaust, I think, set the precedent for found footage because it's the original found footage film. But I mean, what redefined the whole genre would have been Blair Witch. I think that made it even more notable because, I mean, let's face it, the Doctor had a lot of issues with Cannibal Holocaust. It got banned, it got restricted, it got all these negative reviews. It got he had to do a bunch of things. He had legal issues. So it didn't get all the limelight it probably should have. It wasn't the success that it should have been. But Blair Witch Project was. It did it right, and they did similar things, taking people out of the limelight, removing people from the public. Nobody brought that director into court for murder, though. They knew that these people were still alive, but that genre now, what, 20 something odd years later, almost 30 years later, is thriving. There's a bunch of different films. indie films, regular films. And yeah, I also enjoy those kinds of things. Some of the paranormal stuff I enjoy. It depends. A lot of them are redundant. I feel like Paranormal Activity. I find a lot of the movies to be redundant and not so scary. I'm watching footage of some ghost in a house, and then the next movie's the same thing.
But that is supposed to be. It's supposed to be like this could happen to your house.
It could. It could. I get that. Um.
Because I thought the first three were
Well, yeah.
the
I
two
mean,
definitely. The first two were good. The third one was and after the third one, you're just starting to over milk the cow.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like 4 or 5. I think it's like 7 of them. I was just like, I can't. I
There's a
did watch
Tokyo
it.
one. There's
There
like
is.
a paranormal Tokyo. And it's just like
Yeah, it's too much. I did see the movie that was actually deemed the scariest film ever, and that's called Sinister. Ethan Hawke is in it. Great film. I did not think it was the scariest film though. And they were basing this off of people's heart rates. It kind of has elements of found footage because this guy's finding, tapes of, people getting killed, and it basically plays off the lore of a demon that captures children via camera and then has them kill families in a ritualistic way. And they made 2 of them. They're both very good films, but I wouldn't say it was the scariest film I've ever seen, but it definitely was a fun film to watch. I enjoyed watching it. It kept me interested. I didn't like flick on my phone and be like, "Let me see what's going on here." That's kind of how I gauge it. If I'm flicking on my phone, then I'm most likely not gonna. It's not a movie that I'm, dedicated to.
it's like Michael really wants to watch a horror movie now. Once again. Because now he knows that he's not the club. That's what we are. The club. I always told him that even when he's away, he's always one of us. And so he's like he wants to watch Michael Myers. And I'm not against that. The only thing I'm against is if you gotta watch it, you gotta watch it. You can't just be like, this is boring and just go off and play games.
You see, we didn't have that option on the travel. First of all, I mean, the thing is, I think difference for us is, or our generation, is when these movies came on, they came on TV. So, maybe we owned them, maybe we rented them, but 90% of the time you watch a movie, it came on TV. If you missed it, you missed it. So you would sit there glued to the TV. There was no DVR, there was no pause, there was not even taking a piss break. You just walked. Like
Yeah.
you just wait until the movie was over until the commercial came on. Everything happened on commercial break. I'll do this at a commercial break. Today's kids just stop it. I'll watch this later and pause it and put it in whatever. It's like, no, you got to give movies a chance. It might be boring now, but
I don't care if it's like in the dark room. If you decide like to go on the phone, I don't care about that. But it's like getting up and going to another room. It's like no, you gotta be in the same room. Like, come on.
well, yeah, I mean,
I'm not gonna fault you for something I might be doing. So it's like okay, but it's like you gotta stay in. You have to.
see, that's the problem. Kids today and a lot of people today have such a short attention span. They need almost a short media horror, something that's 2 to 5 minutes long. The build up on some of these horror movies for kids today is boring.
You want to
They
see?
don't want to see Michael Myers escape and go here and Laurie walk through the streets, meet her friend, get stalked. They just want to get right to the end when he's chasing her. And it's like, yes, okay, that's the exciting part, but that's not necessarily the scary part. The scary part is the buildup of the whole night. You need the setup on a lot of these things for the scares to work. And that's what the kids don't understand. Now, my kid does watch some horror movies. He likes some horror movies. We watched Halloween 4 the other day.
Yeah, those. I mean, something like that.
They're not bad. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to be, It, like I said, I always draw the line at the sex. I keep it to that. If it doesn't have much to that in it, I mean,
The fucking thing is, it's like someone that we know is against him watching horror movies has no problem showing him a dead deer carcass, a freshly dead deer that just been good, like.
see, I don't mind showing the kid the gore because I can explain to him how it's fake and we can do it and make it at home.
Don't even explain it. Michael just goes, "That's not real." Okay, too much blood. Okay,
So,
That's how he knew it was fake. It was too much blood.
and that's he just fake too much blood. And I showed him.
You know
the,
what? You know what?
showed him the scene with the other face went in that fucking bus and started smiling.
You know what? If he can tell what's fake or real, ask him if that Charlie Kirk shot's the real deal.
I
Be
will.
like, does this look real to you, or not enough blood? Too much blood? What's the deal with this?
I never saw the video.
I haven't either. I've
I
seen
mean, it
like
was like,
clips,
I, I,
but I don't even know at this point if I'm watching the original. Because everything gets edited online and everything gets changed,
yeah, you're right.
So who knows what the original is? But um, I mean, I could see that. I mean, some things are over the top gory, and they do this for a fact, so that people know that it's not real.
It was just fucking just like he's like, I want to see Chainsaw Guy. Chainsaw Guy, you fucking want to see Chainsaw Guy? Would you shut the hell up? I show shit. Here you go. That's Chainsaw Guy. You see that? You see that? That's not scary. That's too much blood. So a little bit it was just so it was like he was acting tough. So I'm like hear about he had a nightmare or something like that. Nothing.
You let him watch Terrifier 2 and 3.
Christ.
And then if he still says too much blood, then fine. But that's what I'm saying. I think some of those scenes in that movie, they went over the top of the blood to make it almost friendly, to lighten it.
There's a lot of hope that you don't showing like you and I showing our kids horror movies at this age, they don't become like Jeffrey Dahmers. They just hope.
Did we though? Did we? Didn't think about it. We watched it by this age.
No. My parents held off for a while because they showed me like Poltergeist and like it's like the Alfred Hitchcock or the Vincent Price movies.
Oh, okay. See, my dad was a horror fan, so I was able to watch some things during Halloween season and do some rentals and see the Halloween and the Nightmare on Elm Street and the Friday the 13th, Pet Cemeteries and all of that. I didn't get into the gorier stuff until I was probably older. I'm going back now, going and watching movies that came out in the 70s and 80s. I don't think I would have even appreciated them as a kid.
I'm trying to think. I think I was 10 before my parents were like, all right, come on. Oh, it was no, as my mom said. My dad was just like, sorry, But I did see like a horror movie here and there with friends, but it wasn't like.
Yeah, no, I remember, like I said, because we had the rental, so we would rent them, and we would check them out, and even I remember when Scream first came out. I mean, we were older then in '99, or '96, but when Scream came out, we all got around and rented that and watched that. But no, we were pretty young watching horror. And I don't think it causes anybody to do anything. That's like saying video game will make somebody into a killer. So that's saying if you're good at, Call of Duty or Fortnite that you're going to become a sniper? No, probably not. People are who they are. They're now saying that horror movies is out there helping depression and anxiety.
I have nothing against it. It's just whatever you watch, I do not want to hear any repercussions. I don't want to hear any nightmares. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear that. You want to enjoy a horror movie? Enjoy a horror movie. I'll watch it with you.
Nightmares are bound to happen. It could happen to you or I. It's not necessarily. It's not necessarily.
When was the last time you had a dream?
Huh?
When was the last time you personally had a dream?
when I personally had a dream.
Because you know
When I,
marijuana suppresses dreams, right?
yes, I do know that 100%. So the last time I actually had a dream was probably when I had the THC break when I was sick. Like last time I was sick a couple of years ago, I
Because
had a dream.
the last time I had a dream was when the beginning of the divorce, when the whole marijuana, I'm evil, and I went
Yeah,
off for a while. And for some reason, I kept on dreaming that I was clocking in at the warehouse job I was working at between 2008 and 2015. Just still working there, day in day. Like dream, and it was like one dream is one thing, but it's like multiple dreams.
oh yeah, I mean the suppressed dream syndrome that comes after it is almost intense and insane.
So it's just like nope.
But you ever think that there's people out there with chronic nightmares, right? Can't sleep. No one's ever once said, "Hey, let's prescribe this people cannabis for that." They want to put them on all these other antipsychotic meds. But if they would just get them high at night, they would suppress all their dreams and wouldn't dream shit. Now, I will say this though. While you don't dream with the cannabis, you don't always get the best sleep either because you're not hitting REM and you're not getting that deep sleep that you need.
That's why I have prescription meds to help me sleep.
Yes. That will, yeah. Between the two of them, then you're out. That will send you right to REM land. Um, but no, it does suppress it. But nightmares are permanent, everybody. It's your subconscious working. If you watch, it could be any kind of thing. It could be you watching it, or it could be something you didn't watch. Kids are just more prone to them because they remember them. They wake up, they're terrified, and they remember them. Adults don't, unless you have night terrors or you have some other kind of thing going on. You mostly don't have all these nightmares.
I gotta figure out how to connect PlayStations to Roblox.
What do you mean connected?
You know, I can play Roblox with them, and
You download Roblox to your PlayStation.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's all I just do, and I can just find them there.
and you sign into your account,
Yeah, I know that part.
and then you add your friends, and you play.
Okay.
My
That's
kids, my kid's AFK right now, just sitting there doing whatever in Roblox.
But you have to accept the invitation, don't you?
You send me an invite as a friend, and I'd accept it. Yes, you can always find me, Versace, your boy.
I know, but
DLI.
the thing is, though, he doesn't know how to read, so it's.
Oh, I bet he does. I bet he does know when it comes to games. I bet he can.
It's a smart kid.
You'd be surprised what the kids know when it comes to things that they like. All of a sudden, they're doing magic and shit and wizardry.
Hello. Can you say hi to Norma?
Fine.
Huh?
Like I said,
For some
horror
reason,
to me, for some reason.
my cell phone's not hooking up to my Wi-Fi for some reason. Just says connection failure time and time again.
Oh, that's great.
Son of a bitch. All right.
That's good.
No, I didn't.
This is another bunch of bullshit.
See, look at this, and this is a great thing for me. I was reading how Shudder's continuing to acquire and co-produce horror films globally. And this matters because, well, streaming horror is really big. Indie creators need a place to go. And if you're a producer of any kind of short film, which I am, or analog horror, or anything like that, you can reach out to them and most likely get onto their platforms. And that's similar to Netflix, similar to other things. It's now becoming an age with a littler person. You don't need a big movie studio to get your name out there. You can
No.
have a small production studio and still make it something.
Do you think it's all about luck?
Some of it's about luck, some of it's about perseverance, just keep going until you make it. Some of it about the right time, right opportunity. Some about
Some-
just knowing the right people. If you know the right people in Hollywood to show things, then you can. Hey, what's up, Barbara Pennis? How you doing?
some just summons the devil and just pray for Satan.
Well, yeah. But like I said, I mean, why does one movie do better than another? Why does one do time of the year, time of the month, everything, it all matters. Very good, very good. Good to hear there. Always like to hear people having a good Thursday. Like it's tomorrow's Friday. Probably the best day of the week, right?
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Daddy, put your arm up. Put your arm up like here.
I am out of
Put
Massachusetts.
it all the way down here. Put it like
I am out of Massachusetts, and Mr. Richardson is out of Vermont.
Witness protection. That's why I'm moving north. Why? If I tell you, I have to kill you.
Oh, don't kill me, please.
The truth of the matter is, Versace, he's actually works for the FBI. He's keeping an eye on me. I'm in witness
Thank you.
protection.
Daddy, put your arm back.
I'm in witness protection, and he's making sure it's either the ankle bracelet or I gotta put up with him. And the ankle bracelet was not in faction.
Don't lie. This has just been. These have been your parole freaking meetings. It just we happen to air it live.
That's right. That's right.
Imagine that I was just the whole time your parole officer, and you've just been like a criminal. And you've just been doing this as part of your rehabilitation into society.
You know what? This whole podcast might become my rehabilitation in society.
I hope so. I hope you come back to society, Vic. I hope you come up north or south. I don't even know where you are from me, but
I'm like at the tip. Like the tip, like 10 minutes would take you to New Hampshire, and 10 minutes would take you to like Massachusetts.
no. I appreciate that. Thank you for tuning in. Really, honestly,
We have the smartest listeners.
We do. That is one thing that we have. We might not be the smartest podcast, but we got the smartest listeners and the best dancers.
Yeah, we have the best strippers.
We don't have no children's strippers. We got good dancers.
Who, Jake right there? Jake's 23. He has that disease that makes him look like a kid. Come on, Versace.
Benjamin Button. He started. My kid started off as an 80-year-old man and has been growing younger every year.
That's right. It's the water. It's the public water that made it like that.
It is. It really is. Time for
You see,
Come here. Flashbang.
in many ways, Versace and I envy each other.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Because
I-
I envy that, he gets to be with his kid every night. However, he probably envies me knowing that when we record, I got no kids to deal with. It's just me. Quiet.
well, yes, you got the Mr. Beast lifestyle over there right now,
That's
okay?
right.
And I'm over here being strangled. Get over it.
You can call me Mr. Beast Mode. You see, right, Mr. Beast
Oh,
Mode.
now nobody's wearing a shirt but me. Now I feel like the odd man out. I'm getting.
Take it out.
I'm not. Stop it.
Take
It's
it
not
out.
that kind of show.
Matter of fact, when we get StreamYard up 100% again, we should make a little video, just like about 4-second noise of the final countdown with Mr. Sin
Somebody's from the
is on
school.
the market
I don't know, Mr.
officially.
Q. Go over there. Yep, it is.
I got terrified at
No, final
Yeah,
countdown.
sorry, well, you go there now and say, I need to finish up. Come on, Steph, are you taking?
It's life.
Firstly, it's shutting off the PlayStation.
No, stop. I'm AFK.
Yes, I know that. Okay.
And come on, be AFK. Come on. This isn't fair, you know? Play online.
There you go. There you go. Go, 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 shorty. It's your birthday. We're gonna party.
You know what then? You're making me embarrassed, and I'm gonna take it out of you in school tomorrow. You think it's funny?
We should start having commercial breaks or something. Or you can just deal with my charming personality. Mr. Sin, the world of sin is here. Ladies and gentlemen,
Go in there.
welcome to the show. Right. Right there, you see, right there. Too sweet. Showing you some love.
Be good.
Kamala Trump, why you put me on the spot like this? To be honest, I didn't vote. I thought both of them sucked. I just couldn't.
But more importantly, Vic,
Here's your question.
Kamala or Trump?
Yeah, I didn't vote.
I didn't vote in this one.
Okay, you see, showing some love, right there.
Well, this was the one that I couldn't choose because to me, neither one of them was fit.
No, they're
sorry.
I didn't like them both.
That's what I'm saying. Neither one was fit. If Kamala was something great, she would have done something great in the 4 years that she was running the country. Oh, wait a minute. I mean, Biden was running the country. It's like, no, she was running the country. Come on, let's face it. But I would have seen some greatness. And him, he would have done some greatness the first term. Regardless of what people say in finances, that's not greatness. I want to see greatness. I want to see something that humankind is moved forward. I need another Renaissance era.
I just want to see them move forward or completely destroyed. Make up your mind.
We've already been in the dystopian era for too long. Okay, now it's time to move forward. It's time to progress. There's so much, and you ever watch an old movie and see the future? We're not even close to what people thought we could be at this point.
You know what's fucking scary? Have you been keeping up with that stuff with that UPS truck plane?
I have, because all my stuff has been delayed.
Because that was the whole crash itself. That was pretty fucking scary. Because about how once it hits like a certain speed, you have to lift. You can't stop, and that's why they had to lift when they were on fire. They passed like the V1, and the engine falling off, and it's like, shit. That's chicken.
So where are you from, Barbara?
Yeah, it was fire. Just like.
And you don't really see. I mean, we don't really see that much on TV. This time they showed it, which was, I think, more. Oh, nice.
So we're in Virginia. I was born in the Harrisonburg, Virginia area.
Were you?
Yeah, I was born in Harrisonburg, Virginia.
I did not know that. I thought you were born in Maine.
No, Harrisonburg, Virginia. Moved
What
up
made
to
everybody move up here?
because my mother wanted to move up, and Richmond, hour away.
Yes, I have. I got like a B.
Hour away from my
Last
birthplace.
time was terrible.
Imagine living an hour away from the birthplace of a true legend. It's like living like an hour away from where Elvis was born and raised.
And it wasn't too long ago. Well, I should say about like maybe it was like us. It was before Michael, so maybe like 7 years ago. I went down to the old area again, and I moved up there when the day of the Mega Powers versus the Mega Bucks has a SummerSlam. That same day, I moved up from Virginia to Vermont. So it was August 31st,
1988.
1988. Yep. And when I went down there, some people remember me or remember the name. It was crazy.
Wow. Well, I appreciate you as being a fan. I appreciate all the fans, but you know, the ones that interact and watch and check us out, I really do appreciate it. Yeah, we like to have fun. We like horror. We like, you know, pop culture, pro wrestling, other things, games, and all of that. And you know, we like to talk it all. We like to make it a variety. We like to have fun with it, not have it be something that's uptight, not something to be politically hijacked. There are people that have to come out and listen to us growl and talk about all this stuff that you can just watch honestly on the news or turning on, you know, your local stations. It should be an escape. Like I always believe, you know, wrestling's escape, horror's an escape, movies, film, books, if you like to read, they should always be a positive escape in this world, a place that you can dive into, get out of the bullshit of the real world, and dive into something that's more enjoyable. And everybody needs that because reality gets wild, you know. I personally would have to say Eagles. I know. I personally would, though. If I had to choose between the two.
Eagles or Commanders? Oh, Jesus Christ! Eagles.
I'm saying the Eagles. I'm saying Eagles.
Eagles. Ain't a question.
But,
See, this is when my son calls during the show. So this is when my son comes in.
well, see, I'm over here like I'm glad I got no phone calls rolling in. But no, and that's the beauty of this show. It's a real show. We're working around kids, parents, whatever's going on. This is real life. We're not millionaires in a studio in some fantasy land blowing up Lamborghinis for views. It's really just two guys talking about real life and trying to make positivity and trying to maneuver through it and trying to get through it. Well, we appreciate that. We really do. You know, Horror Nights has been something that I've been working on personally for a while. Kind of a continuation of VSW and diving it and taking it into the horror world. It started off going to a couple of conventions, meeting cool fans, seeing, you know, other people, and also watching panels. Listening to a lot of actors speak. Like I went to a panel not too long ago for Halloween 3. It was just really enjoyable listening to all the stories of the actors. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Big into Halloween, obviously over here, but I wish it's all taken down now. But I did have a nice front of my house done, decorated. Had some animatronics. Cool little cemetery. Like I said, Halloween's big on here.
Yeah.
Every day I brought my kid as a different character to school, scared the bejesus out of all the other kids. It was
Dad, it's not the GBs, the GBs.
Oh, the GBs. Oh, I know something new.
The GBs is the GBs.
Huh,
Daddy.
maybe.
Dad. What are stats?
What is it?
What are stats?
Your stats.
Versace Stoner. This is the Versace Stoner.
The original, OG. Like, you know how there was many joints? I'm like the first version. It's pretty cool.
83,000. I am not making this up. 83,000 organic, natural subscribers on his VSW network. That's impressive.
That I'll take credit for, yes. Everything else I've been really just lucky and honestly just been real. Like I said, I think that the truth, The key to success is being real, okay? If you can do it and be real doing it, it's very hard to be a fake front 24/7. If you have to play somebody you're not and be somebody you're not 24/7, it's never gonna work. But if you can be real, then it's second nature. And if you can do that and you can become a little successful, then you can get bigger success or greater success. Whatever success. Success always follows success, which is pretty cool. I was honestly surprised myself because it came over the years of 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. And I had another podcasting partner at the time, and we were just watching it in the day unfold. And one day 1,000 would go up, and it's like, whoa, what is going on here? Every morning we were hitting each other up at like 6 a.m. watching the numbers as a roll, and I'm just like, we're doing something right. Let's keep doing it. And it's still growing today. I grabbed another 15 subscribers today, Vic.
How the hell did you do that?
I keep my shorts program up to date.
Yeah, I fucking kind of.
You gotta just pick some. Who is my favorite boxer? Ooh, that's a great question. For me personally, it's gonna be Floyd Mayweather. I love the defense on him. I think he is one of the most slickest boxers out there.
Come on, you're a Jake Paul fan. You're the head of his fan
No,
club.
I actually one time trained with Floyd's uncle out in Vegas for like 24 hours because we were doing some amateur thing when I used to amateur box. I'm a Floyd guy. I like him over Pacquiao. I like him over anybody that's out there. Plus, he has really nice cars.
What are you ending?
I don't know why.
I want to watch a movie.
I told you that at 6 o'clock.
I'm shooting my phone on the air.
What do you want? It's fantastic.
Versace box and I bartender. Not called Victor Sin because I'm just good looking with blue eyes and great chest. No hair.
Look, on iPad. Fine. I'll begin in a minute. I've already seen the beginning.
This is our show is real as real.
Yes.
We're live.
No pH.
This is what happens on live TV.
No pH in fat.
Fat. She's fat.
No, 5.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 5 guys.
Okay, go.
5 guys.
Okay, go. Mommy's gonna put the move. Go.
Daddy,
Yeah.
what's your number?
I don't know. I'm gonna think of a good one.
From 1 to 10, how much do I
What's your emotion?
like best friend?
I can do it later when I'm not on there. Come on.
Wow, what is it?
You see, I have no friends. I got brothers.
Come on.
Yes. So the answer to your question? I got brothers.
110.
110.
This I'm actually 10.
Family, loyalty.
It's a 110.
110.
It's parts in my life in
Okay, come
2021.
on.
She was the way that pulled me down.
Start the movie.
It was like a wrestling.
Start the movie. I'm coming a little bit.
And
Stop.
then it grabbed my hand before I hit the mat to tap
Stop,
out.
who's that?
Told me
Yeah.
not to.
And
And that's
most people are said
still here, bitches.
It's not gonna
True
do
story.
that.
Yeah.
I try to be. Thank you. Dude, just to let you know, I was talking mad shit about you.
Probably were.
Yeah.
It usually happens. But I mean, hey, I'm used to it by now. I met you through the wrestling world. What makes you think that you're gonna be genuine? There has to at least be a little shady part of you.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Dude, well, Victor, sin tells you right there, explains it all right there.
Yeah, but see, I'm drawn to that. I see sin, and I mean, like, well, here's a guy that's just throwing it all out there. That's more real to me than anything. I mean, anybody can go on and be like they're a good person, right? But it takes somebody truly special to come on and be like, yeah, I'm a good person, but I also sin. Which is human nature to sin. I mean, it's very hard not to sin. And it doesn't have to be a major sin. It can be a minor sin. If you had 2 cheeseburgers instead of one, say that's considered the sin of gluttony.
Because we talked about yesterday that we're really fucked in the head. That's why we get along so well.
Well, yeah.
If there was a movie that had to be
817.
So is it 8:15? Yeah, it is.
817, 815, 817, whatever.
And it's almost like bedtime. if there was ever 2 people, characters in the movie world that would play us in the movie, I can easily see you being Art the Clown and me being what was that? Devil's Advocate, the devil.
Oh, Al Pacino?
Al Pacino. Just very very positive, very smile on my face, just like, yeah, I'm out and about.
I'm thinking of going back to Jim Carrey. We'd be like Dumb and Dumber over here.
Well,
fumbling around the podcast world, figuring out what to do.
Well, it's just, but no more above that because we try.
Well, yeah.
We try.
We do try. And trying is half the battle. There's people out there that don't try at all.
She's pretty cool. I like her.
I like our fans. Like you said, we have the smartest fan base.
Hey, let me ask you, in the world of superheroes, if you could take one and cut them and say, like, you're not a superhero, who would it be?
Who would it be?
Who would it be in the superhero world? You had to
Cyclops. I can't stand Cyclops. I think he's a little bitch. I think he was just trying to get into Jean Grey's pants the whole time by trying to be the nice guy. And he really annoyed me with the glasses and all that. I'd take all his powers away, let him see normally, and just get rid of him out of the X-Men. It would be Cyclops. Joker for you?
Joker. Great minds think alike. Because what? My cut, she's close. I will cut Batman.
Would you? Well, Batman, I mean, is he a superhero? Now, hear me out.
How many times did Batman go against the Joker? Like, probably dozens. Joker's still out there. It's like after the second or third time.
Well, it depends what line.
Joker, wouldn't you just put a bullet in his head and be done with it? Just like,
well, Michael Keaton.
Out, boom.
In Michael Keaton's, he killed him. He threw him off the top, but in comic lore, that never happened. But regardless of that, is Batman a superhero? Now, I think he's a hero, yes, hero. He does heroic things, but does he have any superpower? He's rich. He's got money. He's been able to buy technology like 007, but 007 isn't a superhero. He's 007. He's an agent.
007. He's different. He's the
Batman is more of a vigilante similar to Punisher, which I don't think he's a superhero either. He's a vigilante. These people don't have superpowers. Spider-Man has superpowers. Deadpool had power of regeneration. All the X-Men are mutants. Superman obviously has superpowers. Batman doesn't have any of that. He just has really good equipment that if he gets shot or whatever, he don't die. But there's a way to kill the bat. They haven't figured it out yet. We do need more fans, but we need them to be as cool and as awesome as you, though. That's the only way that will work.
We're very picky.
Yeah, pick you. We only want cool fans.
We're not cool fans.
But I always thought about that. Like, where's Batman's super pilot? He's a hero, yes. I look up to him. I would say if I was a kid, I mean, I did as a kid. I loved the Batman movies. I went to the one in '89. In the theaters, I went twice actually to that. And but is he super? Is he super? And that's a good question. But they've made movies about like horror movies. Like, have you ever seen what's that movie with I'm gonna blank on it now. Split was the second one. Then they made Glass, which was like the third. But the original one's about a superhero and a supervillain.
Well, wait to get the title. Let me ask you: when someone says the actor in Batman, who do you think of first? Who comes to your the guy who plays Batman? Who comes to you first?
Michael Keaton.
Yeah, there you go. Well, we're old fucks, so it's like yeah. I've talked to so many people, and they went Christian Bale, and it's like,
okay, Christian Bale played. I mean, but how many movies was Bale Batman? 3?
3. I mean, to me, I say Adam West. He's always going to be the original Batman.
Okay, well, if you want to say Adam,
I do respect Michael Keaton. I mean, that's the movie series. Yes, all right.
Well, I mean, the whole thing is, I mean, how long was each one played? I mean, Adam West, yes, Batman, because he was in 2 seasons of the show. Michael Keaton, I would say, because he played the iconic roles, but he was only the Batman in 2 of them. 2 out of the 4 films that came out. You also had George Clooney and you had Val Kilmer. And neither one of them made a very good. People don't even realize they were Batmans by now. They forget that. I don't know if you're on famous birthdays. You might be.
Yes, Paul McCartney's.
Oh, see. And then Val Kilmer came into the picture, and he played.
And Patrick Bateman can kick all their asses.
But and then Christian Bale. But I mean, the Christian Bale movies were really good. That would be your modern Batman. But I mean, when
you mean Patrick Bateman?
Is he the modern Batman? I've stopped watching superhero movies because they just keep since I watched that Schneider cut. I didn't I couldn't watch any more Batman. It was like 10 hours long.
I use a horror reference that just went over your head.
What did you say?
Patrick Bateman.
Well, that's Psycho, but I mean,
well, that's American Psycho.
Yeah, what about him now? He played Batman?
Yeah, Christian Bale played Patrick Bateman.
Oh yeah.
That's like Patrick Bateman. It's like that's not Patrick Bateman.
So then there's your point. He's not a superhero. He was actually a serial killer with a lot of money that played a superhero.
But isn't Batman a vigilante as well?
His father, his mother were killed, and he took it out on the enemies rather than going to the police. I'm going to try to answer your question.
I'm going through a tough divorce. I mean, does that mean I can start beating up people?
I was actually speaking earlier about him earlier, and when we were talking about Dracula. But you remember I said Hammer House took over Dracula and did great things with it. Christopher Lee. I do share a birthday with Christopher Lee. Also, Paul Bettany was in Beautiful Mind, Master and Commander. Jack McBayer, 30 Rock. Andre 3000, American rapper, singer. And Richard Schiff, American actor.
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
Good Doctor.
I am for real.
I don't know any of those guys. I'll take Christopher Lee, though. Like I said, he's one of my favorite Draculas out there. He played in a great Dracula. He was also in the Star Wars films.
I don't know how
He
someone
played. He played Count Dooku.
Versace, answer this question.
How would somebody divorce you?
Because I just mentioned about my divorce.
Like why or how? I mean, how they
How?
did it was they stole your check and they hired a lawyer and they sued you. Why? They have to be mentally unstable. I mean, the guy takes care of the kids, he cooks dinner, he cleans the house, he folds the laundry. He has no shame in doing all that, right? All the traditional manly roles out the fucking window. Okay. And yet he still gets treated like a third-rate citizen in his own house. It's ridiculous to me. So honestly, I don't know. You'd have to be some kind of mental illness involved, maybe delusional thoughts. Now the kids, I mean, you can tell them your situation if you like. I'm not going to get into that.
Well, were the kids with me or the girl? Currently, is there with the mother. But the thing, the thing is,
I mean, it's what?
everything's designed real fast. So when the mother's at work, the kids need anything but someone who's available. I'm available. I drive 2 hours a day to make sure my kids get to their therapy, get to their school. My choice, my decision. I do not care because it's worth it to the kids. At 5:30, when the mother comes home, I leave. We go every other weekend, and sometimes Michael's able to come over to spend the night. But when it's time to get serious, like bedtime, dinner time, and I gotta go switch daddy mode, I leave. Some can be more of a friend. I know it might be bad instead of a dad, but it just makes it more fun. Just to be like, yes, you're babysitting, but you can be a friend.
You never babysit your own kid. It's called
Me?
parenting. You're always parenting. Regardless, no, you said babysit, but it's not really that. It's always parenting. Like
I
if you
never
have the
look.
kids a weekend.
I never looked at it as parenting. I look at it as in happiness.
Well, you're with your kid
You want
and
to
they're
be
your
with them.
friends. I mean, yes. I mean, in the ideal world, your kid should be your friend. I mean, well, you're gonna do the same things with the kid you're gonna do with somebody your age, probably not, but they should be someone you enjoy being with. And you do kid things. You do things that they enjoy, and you get enjoyment from seeing them having enjoyment. You go to museums, you go to zoos, you go walks, you go play soccer, you do all that shit.
It's not like I'm gonna go to a freaking like prom with them, but just with a 6-pack of beer, which,
Yeah.
which me, that's not above me. It's not like
Vic's
I
out in
would
the
do that.
parking lot,
But it would be
fucking with
like,
a 6-pack, going,
but
it's Miller
it would be
time.
like if you need somewhere to go, you're welcome. Always welcome.
I mean, and that's what it's about. I mean, you can only do what you can do. You really can. Unfortunately, I mean, you're not here to. Victor, saying we're not put on this earth to make anybody happy except yourself. So, I mean, at the end of the day, your issue with your wife is basically a her issue. Because you're happy within yourself as being the husband that you were. You're happy as being the father that you were. You acknowledge that you could have done better in some issues, but everybody can. You were never stagnant. You always strive to do better. At the end of the day, she wasn't happy. She's the one that was like, goodbye. And most likely because she wasn't happy with herself. And it's hard for us to look inward, so it's much easier to pick somebody outward to be the issue. Well, I'm miserable because it's Vic's problem. Vic screws this up. Vic does that. What does it look like without the Horror Nights background?
The bodies,
Looks like dead bodies.
are hanging.
Burning flames of hell. Burning flesh.
If we show you, we'll be kicked off of YouTube. We've gotten strikes.
Old Greek naked men trying to grab me. It's a very scary sight. How do I shut this shit off? I don't even know.
You saw the kid. It's Epstein's Island.
Yeah, but the Greek version.
The Greek version of the Roman times. It's a bathhouse.
It's just one big bathhouse.
Please knock on your door. My ancestors. Are you making fun of my ancestors?
We already got the front. We pull out the freaking grape leaves. They don't come back.
Jeez, look at chase away our one fan.
Get rid of you got one fan for the night. I'll get rid of it. I know how to do that. I might not know how to grow them, but I know how to cut them. At least we haven't mentioned horses yet.
Oh my god. Da, da, da.
I had to
came
clean
into the
everything. It took
background.
me a second. I had to clean everything up.
That's just in the background. That's all it is.
Pictures of my kid. Ugh.
I
But,
should have a picture of my kids around. I was thinking about that because I always had like my desktop and shit like that, but
well, I'm in my living room right now. I'm not even in my bedroom. I'm not in my studio. I'm sitting in the living room. I didn't want to go in the car today. I didn't want to go there. I didn't want to go downstairs. Where am I going to record? Where am I going to record? Nobody was home at the time when I started, so I was like, I'll record here. And then 10 minutes in, everybody just comes right in. Well, yeah, I mean, there's nothing to hide here. I mean,
I got if it came to Kamala or Trump or a bullet to my head, pick one. I would say Trump because the investment he's putting into AI these days.
well, I wouldn't want anybody to piss themselves on purpose. That'd be like some, what was that movie? The Exorcist. The girl comes down and just pisses on the floor.
Also, come on, Trump's more entertaining than Harris. Come on. When you know the world, the end's gonna because I can take it right now. It's all one fucking. It's just.
I don't know. See, I think I would have risked it and seen where Kamala would have went with it.
And you know what? If Harris would have won, I'll be doing the same.
That's why I didn't vote at all because it was, you know what, someone's gonna win. Let's see where they go. I can't choose. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not invested in either one.
I am not responsible for the end of the world.
No, but with a gun in my head, I think I probably would have picked Harris. I probably would have went with her.
I use that phrase because same question was asked to me about Clinton and Trump, and I said and I repeat, if I had a gun to my head, had to pick one, I said I would pick Trump because I would know the knife was coming up front, not from behind.
See, in that case, I voted for him because I did not like the way she already had handled our country, working for our country. Her track record was not good. Had it been good,
I voted for Sanders that election.
well, I do know what 6'7" means. The originality came from a basketball player's height, and now everybody goes 6'7". Yeah, like every kid is going 6'7" right now.
It's fun.
They don't even know math, and they'll make up math problems to make the equation so it equals 6'7", just so they can go 6'7", just to annoy the teacher.
But anyways, real fast, just because I said Trump, even though that year I wrote in Bernie Sanders, that was the year I got hyperthermia staying outside in the Democrat primary so I could vote for Sanders over Clinton. But just because
you know what?
my family stopped talking to me. A good chunk of my family stopped talking to me. Because I said I would do Trump over Clinton if it was one or the other. And everyone knew I was going right in Sanders. I didn't fucking care. He wasn't fucking. I said,
You know
Sanders.
what? If you asked Clinton to borrow one of those faces, you wouldn't have got hypothermia. You wouldn't have. You would have stayed nice and warm. Let me see if he'll come in and do it. He might be asleep. Hold on.
He goes to bed between 6 and 7. No, I just kidding. He's watching his favorite basketball player. He's 6'7".
Huh?
He might be. He might be asleep. He's got to check. The man, the boy.
I am sorry, Lukey. Your boy is sound asleep. You know, he must be like me. He fell asleep watching Five Nights at Freddy's. He might fall asleep to horror films.
I'm sorry, but in my world, 6'7" to me is 6'9".
But it's two different memes. 6'9" is a sexual position. 6'7" is a meme about a basketball player's height.
So you'd rather watch a guy who's 6'7" with the and think about, if you think about someone that big, you think about is his schlong that big as well? So technically, you think about guys cock. If you think about
No, but it came from a song, dude, from a rapper Skrilla. It's literally just a joke about a guy LaMelo Ball's height.
I have never been so swept up as hard as I did by that woman when I went behind her and went 6'9", 6'9".
She probably turned around. Well, I don't know. Did you have your shirt on or not?
Probably not.
If you take your shirt off, then you probably have better chances.
I would tell you about my Halloween, but we have to kill you. Top secret information.
Mine was good. I had a normal Halloween. Went trick or treating. My kid got the most candy he's probably ever gotten. I went as Terrifier, Art the Clown. I scared the bejesus out of people. It was a fun night. Weather ended up being good too, which was the word the whole week because the rain was just all over the place. Vic had other important shit to do with the Russian mob and probably the cartel.
The cartel's been quiet.
Yeah, they're quiet down there.
It's quiet.
Ah, but that's so cute, the big duck. That's fine. How old's your kid, if you don't mind me asking?
See, Halloween and Christmas is magical for me. Thanksgiving, if I don't see my kids at Thanksgiving, it wouldn't be a deal breaker. It's like, okay.
All you do is Thanksgiving is stuff yourself and watch football. I mean, what the fuck are you going to do with the kids?
Yeah.
10. That's a good age. I like 10. Mine's 7.
Mine's 6. Mine's 6, and Harper is 4.
I say it's a good age because you just told me earlier today that was when the age you first watched a horror film, 10.
My mom was so concerned. My mom was so concerned about me being a serial killer. Meanwhile, the Nintendo and the gun games, fucking like Hogan's Alley and shit like that. I'm like, okay, I won't watch Jason.
How come, I mean, to be fair, how can we blame your mom? She's probably listening to Nancy Reagan every night going fucking on her schmeal.
Oh, they did not like the whole.
You mean your people, you didn't take the DARE pledge over there?
You
dare to not do drugs?
There's a difference. There's a difference here. Trust me. There's a difference because the divorce used to give you word of God, but you want to take it back to the moral man.
Yeah, but don't you think if there is a God and there's some sort of judgment that you'll be judged upon those actions?
I hope so. Because I didn't.
What's up?
He tapped out. She tapped out. She tapped out.
Really? I've never even been. Oh, I've been to New York, but I'm from Mass, born and raised.
He's more of a Boston
accent.
Boston.
I would try to mimic the Vermont accent, but it's kind of jumbled like those hills have eyes, people.
Oh, yeah. See, this is my life. I'm a city boy that's stuck in the country. That's a good movie right there.
I feel like I'm just gonna tell people that one day you were driving home through Vegas to your car broke down, some crazy girl freaking kidnapped you. She made you your husband, and you're just getting out now. You
Same thing
just
with Doc.
escaped the madness.
It's Doc Hollywood with Michael J. Fox. How the hell do I try? What's a British bloody accent? I don't know.
The Brits, they're talking a very different accent. They can talk very good. They can be like, cheerio, Vic. Pip, pip, cheerio. It's a bloody good day.
Pip, pip.
See?
If Barbara keeps on watching, I will reach out to Brian and see he'll come on one night. If she wants to hear some
Brian doesn't, but Brian's not even from Britain. He's from freaking Ireland.
He's from Ireland, though.
And he'll come on drunk and talk about cocaine adventures.
Sorry, Brian. Can you edit that out? Your wife out.
We don't edit. That's one thing we don't do, Barbara, here. We don't edit. What we say is what we say. If we said it, well, whoops. If it offended, I am sorry. If you feel sad about things, we can always, yes, I will call him right now. I don't care.
I'm not gonna call. I can't. Not gonna call. What time is it right now? It's like 1 a.m. Iron.
No, it's earlier than that. Because he came on at 9:30.
No, we had that time change though.
Oh yeah, now they don't get that.
They do, but it's like a different area. Yeah, it's 1:43.
Call Starbucks. You want some people from the other side of the world? Just start calling all of our connects from Sweden and Holland and Finland.
I had this phone for like a month. I just realized I don't have the WhatsApp on it, and that's how Brian was getting hold of me. Sorry, Brian.
Oh, I don't know, Barbara. I don't even know what time it is in Ireland. I figured Vic just has these things because he has all these friends that are worldwide. I'm not internationally known.
1:45 in Ireland? Yeah, 1:45 in Ireland.
I just know what time it is here, what time it is on the West Coast, and what time it is in the middle of the country.
Now, if Brian was single, or even just had his wife, I would call his ass up right now. But he has kids.
He has the kids now. You know that. You want to talk to somebody messed up and early, give Vincent a call. You know what? You want me to send? I can send him I can send Vincent, and he might still have his Texan accent.
Just call him.
Well, I don't like to call because when I call someone through Facebook, it shuts off my camera on here, and it just becomes a problem. He's been active now.
I wouldn't know why my phone's not hooking up to the Wi-Fi.
Do I know anybody else weird? I mean, I can get weird people. You want to just talk to weird people. Or people that might have accents. I don't know. I have a lot of people to talk to.
Don't choke. No, I have no gag reflex.
You got rid of your gag reflex?
I have no gag reflex. I don't choke.
That's how. No wonder you've gotten ahead in the world so far in the podcast world. God damn it.
Congrats to Harper losing her second tooth today.
Oh, that's awesome. Tooth Fairy will be coming tonight. At least you don't have to deal with that.
Just harp. I got to put together another dollhouse this weekend. That'll be fun.
What happened to the first one?
Oh, that's it at Brookline. This would be in Guilford.
Bet that first one was possessed like Annabelle. You sent the possessed dollhouse to your ex-wife, didn't you?
You know what? I saw that. Who's that guy who bought Annabelle? Like when they got Matt Rife?
Yeah.
Do you see the picture of his girlfriend? She dressed up as Annabelle, and he said like, I got into Annabelle's box this Halloween, and I was like, you just fucking what the fuck? He's gonna fucking like be skinned alive, found skinned alive or something.
Well, yes, I deal with all the teeth and wings and.
Versace's
Yeah.
not the Tooth Fairy for his kid because the Tooth Fairy is real.
Well, yeah, but sometimes I do dress up as a tooth fairy. Fake teeth. But the tooth fairy is real though. I was trying to tell that. Where do I put the teeth?
Yeah.
Oh, like the kids' teeth?
Yeah, Harper. Yeah, Harper's.
Do you say? I don't know. Do you save your kids' teeth? Like
What do I say?
my parents saved mine when I was younger. They have like them in like a little box.
That would be the mother thing.
Yeah, I don't know if my wife has saved the teeth or not. I give them to her, like if we find them, she takes them. I just don't know what she does with them. Probably makes a necklace or something. We're like fucking. We're over here like freaking. What's his name? That new movie, freaking making friends with some bone and shit.
You see them?
Yeah, I think saving them is the way to go. I wouldn't want to throw my teeth away anyway. Like somebody would take the DNA and put it somewhere that it shouldn't be.
I mean, I see people keep for memories and stuff like that, but these days with cameras and videos, it's
The only thing you can use those teeth with is you can fake your own death later on.
there you
Oh,
go.
all they found is they found the teeth. You can do it. If you ever have to go to Thailand to disappear, they're gonna pull all your teeth anyways. It's the first thing they do. They pull off all your teeth and they burn your hands.
I am the only one because Windham County is such a small area. I am the only one that people know who did not see a dentist for over a decade and have a perfect checkup first time.
Well, that's because I hate to tell people this, because it sounds nasty, but the idea of going to a dentist, it's not really that important. If you can clean your teeth at home and you can do shit at home, and a lot of the stuff they provide isn't really even that good for you. Fluoride has been deemed poisonous and toxin. A lot of it is just to make money.
A room tour? What did?
Ooh, I never even gotten a room tour. I feel special.
Jeez, my phone's a mess right now. Are you kidding me?
Listen, okay, you just kick the 2 sex dolls under the bed. Move them.
Other than the dead hooker.
Did she die of natural causes, which could include overdose?
No. If my camera gets cut off, I'll come right back. That means the plug got unplugged. So
You got to plug me in. She's using a real camera. I've never been beyond this point. Barbara, we're going into open territory here because I've never even
this
seen
is where the magic happens. I have a TV in the corner right there with a plate of lead, but that's besides the point. Then
room goes on
this area.
forever.
And then you just have a wall.
Go back to the right over there. Look at all those wads of cash. They're fucking loaded.
Oh, this?
Yeah, you can move away now.
See, you guys saw something you weren't supposed to see.
Yeah, pretty much. Now I'm gonna end up getting shot in the night.
As I fucking. Damn it.
Well, I do thank you for tuning in to watching us. And I hope you have enjoyed your time here at Horror Nights. And do feel free to tune in again. We try to run every Thursday night, 7 p.m., 8 p.m., around that time. You can check it out. I do appreciate you, though, hanging out. I'm glad you had fun.
Hang in there.
It does get better. Well, the show does not, but life will.
That's why you gotta get that Sam person on.
Who?
That person you showed me earlier.
She
Sam,
said the guy said yes. The guy said yes. So I think I'm waiting for an email. I'm just waiting for an email date on that. I think they're in the horror world, right? I don't even know. I just seen some lady on fire, and I'm like, let's take it.
did you see the profile?
How does life get better? Life gets better just naturally because you end up learning and finding out things, and it just does. The more, like a friend said, knowledge is key. The more you learn, the more easier it is to navigate through stuff. And sometimes it just takes time to learn these things.
Barbara, it's been a pleasure. Definitely. Take care. See you next week. While we hunt you down.
Don't threaten the guests like that.
They hunt Trump down. They hunt Kirk down.
But these people aren't like that. These are just good old fashioned people tuning in. Look, the guests are gone. Now the Greek guys can come back to whatever they were doing. Oh boy, what a night! That was fun though. I like having people actually tune in and engage. It makes a difference sometimes,
Yeah.
It can change also a way a show can go. Sometimes shows go one way, show goes another way.
Just
But
take
interaction is always key.
and just say something simple like that makes us go. Keep going.
Oh, it can be, yes. But yeah, like I said, a lot of different horror movies coming out. And I am trying to secure that Five Nights at Freddy's 2 ticket. But you were saying your kid wants to watch horror movies. You would jump in and we were talking about how. What is this?
What happened? What happened? Breaking news?
Well, yeah, basically. um, Something about open AI Sora I've been infringed on rights of others and shit's been renewed. And I'm just like, okay, well, how does AI work like that again? And what's actually been taken down? Which I don't see anything has been removed. Unless it's YouTube that gave me the strike. But why would they?
They gave you a strike?
I don't think so. Oh my god, another subscriber.
Voice. It's raining tacos from out the sky. Tacos.
You like that song, don't you? My kid likes that song too. They play it during Taco Tuesday and Scale a Brain Rot. Every Tuesday.
I'm just going to see if I can find any last minute news and nothing's going.
Well, that's what I was looking at too, and I'm really not seeing it. But I am, like I said, this weekend also, we were going to wrap it up, but this weekend is Creature Feature Weekend out in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Going to be checking out. unfortunately, they did say that because of the shutdown, Quinn Lord, who plays Sam in Trick or Treat, wasn't able to catch his flight, but everybody else is still going. It's going to be a full night. We're going to be driving out there tomorrow, staying Friday night, coming back Saturday night. But a whole slew of people I'm going to be taking some photos with in character, like the brothers from Texas Chainsaw, and the miner from My Bloody Valentine, and Ghostface from Scream. So it's going to be a good time. Looking forward to it. And there's going to be, special presentations of, movies and such.
So I take it that there's no Fortnite Friday.
Tomorrow night, there's not going to be Fortnite. Fortnite Friday this week is going to be moved to Sunday night.
Hey, you slut. That's fine.
Well, I mean, I'd have to bring the Xbox to the hotel, and I don't know if they have Wi-Fi. But I'll tell you this, if you're on at around 8 o'clock and I'm in the hotel, I can jump on my phone.
Oh, don't worry about that. I'm just fucking just...
I can jump on my phone if I have to. I hate playing on the fucking phone. It hurts my fingers. I'm old like that. I need a fucking remote.
Dude, do not worry about that at all.
But I thank you everybody for watching tonight. I really do. And I hope you have a spooky weekend. We'll be back next week, Thursday. Same time, same place, talking about horror, talking about news and horror, talking about all this. And we'll be recapping everything that happened at Creature Feature. Maybe we'll get guests back and all of that. Who knows what can happen on horror nights. Stay spooky, everyone. We're out.